When a man gets ultra lean, every vein, every line, every fiber of muscle becomes visible like a road map etched across the skin. It looks extreme, almost superhuman, but there's a hidden truth behind this level of definition. These veins aren't just about looking shredded, they're silent signals of what's happening inside the body. In this video, we're going to uncover 7 things that ultra-lean bodies actually reveal. Some will inspire you, others may shock you, but all of them will change the way you look at extreme leanness and vascularity.
Number 7. The truth about low body fat. Those gnarly veins snaking across an ultra-lean body, they're shouting one thing loud and clear. This person has insanely low body fat. We're talking sub 10%, maybe even scraping the 6 to 8% range. And sure, it looks badass. But what nobody tells you is that staying that shredded isn't just rare, it's a full-time job. See, when your body fat dips below about 10 to 12%, subcutaneous fat, the stuff that lives between your skin and muscles, basically vanishes. That's what lets veins come out to play. There's no cushion hiding them anymore. The skin gets thinner, drier, almost translucent, and suddenly your forearms look like a road atlas. Here's where it gets tricky. Most guys think, hey, I want to look like that year-round. But the truth is, this ultra-lean state is not designed for long-term living. It's a peak, a snapshot, a performance. The kind of conditioning you see on a bodybuilding stage, in a fitness magazine shoot, or right before a big fight. Not at Sunday brunch. Why? Because maintaining ultra-low body fat messes with your hormones, energy, and mood. Libido tanks, sleep gets weird, hunger cranks up to 11. Your body's like, hey buddy, we're starving. Maybe stop chasing aesthetics and feed me already.
Number 6. Dehydration and water manipulation. All right, let's pull back the curtain on one of the fitness industry's dirtiest little secrets. A lot of those guys with freaky veins and paper-thin skin, they're not just lean, they're dehydrated. Yep, that dry, shredded, shrink-wrapped look, often the result of strategic, or stupid, water and electrolyte manipulation. Before you start chugging water thinking it's the holy grail, or cutting it like you're prepping for a bodybuilding show, let's get something straight. Manipulating water can temporarily enhance vascularity. It tightens the skin, reduces subcutaneous water, makes veins pop like they're trying to escape. But it's not magic, it's science flirting with danger. Here's how it works. When you deplete water and tweak your sodium and potassium levels just right, you can dry out. Muscles look fuller, skin gets tighter, veins explode. It's why bodybuilders look insane on stage and like completely different humans 2 days later. Some fitness models and influencers use this trick before photo shoots. They'll cut water for 24 to 48 hours, load up on carbs to fill out their muscles, maybe toss in a little sodium or dandelion root, and boom, instant Greek statue. But the moment they rehydrate or eat something salty, gone. Veins vanish, definition fades, and the illusion slips. You enjoying the video? Comment where you're watching from, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, click the subscribe button.
Number 5. Circulatory efficiency under pressure. Let's talk veins, and not just how they look, but why they're showing up in the first place. Because once you've peeled back the fat and your skin is tighter than your bank account at the end of the month, there's something else happening under the surface. Your circulatory system is flexing. Prominent veins aren't just an aesthetic bonus, they're a physiological signal that your cardiovascular system is firing on all cylinders. When you're training hard, especially with high volume, intensity, or endurance-based work, your body adapts by becoming more efficient at delivering oxygen and nutrients to muscle tissue. Translation: bigger, more visible veins. Here's the science. Your muscles need oxygen to function. The more you train, the more demand you place on your circulatory system. In response, your body expands its network of capillaries, increases vascular tone, and even makes veins more prominent over time. So yes, vascularity equals efficiency. It's not just for show, it's function. But hold up, it's not all green lights and flexing. This constant demand also means your body is running hot all the time. You're burning more fuel, recovering harder, and living in a state of low-level physiological stress, which is fine for a while, until it's not. You ever wonder why some ultra-lean vascular guys look exhausted half the time? That's not just carb depletion, it's circulatory overdrive.
Number 4. Muscle density beneath the skin. All right, let's get into what really pushes those veins out from under the skin like 3D Google Maps. Spoiler alert, it's not just fat loss, it's muscle density. That thick, dense, years in the making kind of muscle that doesn't just sit under the skin, it presses against it like it's trying to escape. See, most people think veins pop just because someone's lean. And yeah, that's part of it. But what takes the vascular look from fit to freaky is what's underneath. Hypertrophied, well-developed muscle that's been built through progressive overload, intelligent programming, and brutal consistency. Dense muscle isn't fluffy. It doesn't come from high-rep circuits and boot camp classes. It comes from grinded-out strength training. Heavy lifts, eccentric loading, and time under tension. The kind of training where you actually have to recover. The kind that builds not just size, but thickness, maturity, and that hard look that can't be faked. And here's the wild part. Dense muscle literally pushes veins closer to the surface. Think of it like blowing up a balloon under a sheet. Eventually, the pressure makes everything rise. That's what's happening under the skin. Your muscle is so thick and full, it's compressing the tissue and making those veins bulge like blueprints.
Number 3. Hormonal influence behind the look. You want the vascular look? You better know your hormones, because they're the ones pulling the strings behind the scenes. And no, this isn't woo-woo stuff. It's physiology, plain and savage. Let's start with the king, testosterone. High levels of this anabolic beast help build muscle, burn fat, and increase vascularity. Why? Because testosterone enhances nitric oxide production, which improves blood flow. More blood flow equals more blood pressure, equals veins like rope under the skin. That's not gym magic, it's biochemistry. This one's the villain when it's out of control. Cortisol, your body's stress hormone. You need it in small amounts. It helps regulate inflammation, metabolism, and energy. But when it's chronically elevated, it starts to wreck everything. It encourages fat storage, especially around the belly, breaks down muscle tissue, and blunts testosterone. Translation: less muscle, more fat, veins gone. You ever see a guy who trains hard, eats clean, but still looks puffy and flat? His hormones are probably fighting him. High stress, poor sleep, overtraining, maybe even low testosterone levels from years of burning the candle at both ends. That's not a training issue, it's a hormonal warfare. And insulin? Another big player. You want vascularity, you need good insulin sensitivity. When your body can effectively shuttle nutrients into your muscles, it keeps blood sugar balanced and inflammation down.
Number 2, stress on joints and recovery. Being ultra lean doesn't mean you're ultra healthy. In fact, the leaner you get, the more stress you're putting on your joints, ligaments, and recovery systems. That shredded look might win likes on Instagram, but behind the scenes, your body's waving a white flag. When your body fat is super low, you're also low on cushioning. Joints don't have the same protection. Your body's natural shock absorbers, gone. So every lift, every rep, every run starts to chip away at your connective tissue like a slow-motion wrecking ball. Knees ache, elbows get cranky, shoulders feel like they're made of sandpaper. But hey, at least your veins are popping, right?
Recovery, forget about it. When you're ultra lean, your recovery tank runs on fumes. You've got fewer calories coming in, less stored energy, and your body is working overtime just to maintain basic function. That means inflammation builds, soreness lingers, and progress slows down, or worse, reverses. And don't even think about skipping sleep. Miss a few nights, and suddenly you're hobbling like you just ran an ultra marathon you never signed up for. Your immune system takes a hit too. Less fat equals less fat-soluble vitamins equals compromised defenses. That's why so many competitors and models get sick right after a show or a shoot. Their bodies were walking a tightrope and finally said, "I'm out."
Number 1. The mental discipline revealed. Things don't just appear because you trained hard for a few months and ate your broccoli. That roadmap physique? It's the end product of extreme mental discipline. We're talking about lifestyle level control, precision, obsession. The kind of discipline that doesn't just shape your body, it dominates your entire life. Want veins crawling down your arms, across your abs, and over your legs? You need to be meticulous. No late night binging. No, I'll just skip this workout. No, it's the weekend, I'll loosen up. Ultra-lean physiques are earned in the trenches by saying no more than yes, by prepping meals instead of ordering takeout, by training when you're tired and resting when you'd rather go full throttle. This level of control demands structure, routine, predictability. You wake up, train, eat, sleep, repeat. Your life becomes a loop of optimization, and while that sounds cool on paper, in practice, it's a grind. Social life takes a hit. Flexibility fades. Even your relationship with food can turn into a numbers game where enjoyment becomes a luxury. You like the video? Leave a comment. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, click the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video.